Hi there. When I first saw Alan Wake 2 gameplay, I started to think how it would look if it would be a diorama, mini version of the game places and moments. First of all, Detective Room came in mind, and Alan Wake goes through dark and rain using his flashlight. So I started to create this diorama in the end of October. But I had quite a lot of struggles with materials and the idea itself, so it took me 2 months to work on it. You will see what I've done very soon. First of all, Alan Wake's sculpture was made. I've decided to sculpt it first using polymer clay and wires for the frame, but I left a hand with flashlight sculpting till the end. Because I used a baked polymer clay, of course it's not a good idea to bake everything together with lead and wires, so I baked a sculpture first and then carved away for wires and LED light. I also added more items like different weapons and back, so the sculpture has more details. While drilling a sculpture, I was a bit worried how an air-dry polymer clay will look after it would dry. Would the texture be the same? Would it be hard and thick enough not to crack? But I was lucky this time, and it went good. Even the color was almost the same. I polished this part after air-dry clay dried out, and after that I used acrylic to paint the sculpture. Of course, before adding other items, the room itself should be made. I glued 3 walls on the base from polypropylene foam. I also carved and cut the cardboard and glued it to the walls and floor to add woody texture. After all, the entire room was painted into deep brown dark color. The main item of the detective room is a wall with evidences and photos. I was thinking to print some things, but finally decided to do it by myself. Anyway, I think it looks good in the end and has the same style as other items. Small text is just a gibberish and it doesn't make sense, so don't try to read it. Another noticeable item of the detective room is deer's head, and reference of the original deer's head was taken from internet. I added LED light on the top of the table, so the lantern also had a light. Then lantern itself was made. It was the hardest item of all I made, and you see the fourth attempt of making it. It was also crafted using mostly polymer clay and plastic from pills packaging instead glass. One more noticeable item of the room is the file locker. It was also added to the left corner of the room and made by cardboard. Cooling fan was the next hardest item to make from wires. And by the way, super glue I'm using here is a complete disaster. I had a month of allergy, and the glue itself doesn't stick items well, so just have in mind when you see it in the store. And mugs were the simplest things to make, and also most joyful. While painting the white mug, I added logo and some coffee spots so it looked more natural. While doing this diorama, I learned quite a lot and enjoyed the process, even if it isn't perfect. After all, I decided to add more to this diorama and painted a background for it. Write in the comments what do you think. If you watched till this moment, well, you deserve a big hug. You know how to support me. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you want to say something. Let me know what would you do differently or maybe add something else. Bye.